You think this is made for my phone?
Hey,
That PK.
what's this? Jesus.
What girl?
Okay. What's up, peoples?
They dad.
I'm live on my YouTube. I was reading this Bible in traffic. I felt like I needed to go live at least once with y'all, so y'all can know that I do be reading this Bible. Put my hair up.
My gas money.
I'm in Leviticus. That's where I'm at, y'all, and I'm reading about male bodily discharges. When I got here, I haven't proofread it, like I haven't skimmed over it. Like I went on ahead and just went live. So, cause I don't know what it's gonna say, but I'm curious to know what it's gonna say about male bodily discharges. It's right here, Leviticus 14 and 15. But I'm on chapter 15, Leviticus 15. Right there. Alright, this is what it say, y'all. I got my cross that I hold. I hold this cross right here. I pray with this cross before I open the Bible up, and I pray with it when I close. So this is what it say, y'all. Male bodily discharges. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron. Speak to the Israelites and tell them, when any man has a discharge from his body, his discharge is unclean. Now this is his uncleanness in regard to his discharge, whether his body secretes his discharge or blocks his discharge. He is unclean. All the days that his body has a discharge or his body blocks his discharge, this is his uncleanness or uncleanness. Any bed the man with a discharge lies on will be unclean, and any furniture he sits on will be unclean. Anyone who touches his bed must wash his clothes, bathe in water, and be unclean until the evening. The one, it says, the one who sits on the furniture the man with a discharge sits on must wash his clothes, bathe in water, and be unclean until evening. The one who touches the body of the man with a discharge must wash his clothes, bathe in water, and be unclean until evening. If the man with a discharge spits on a person who is ceremonially clean, the person must wash his clothes, bathe in water, and be unclean until evening. Any means of riding that the man with a discharge rides on will be unclean. Anyone who touches anything that was under him will be unclean until evening. And the one who carries those items must wash his clothes, bathe in water, and be unclean until evening. Anyone whom the man with the discharge touches without having rinsed his hands in water must wash his clothes, bathe in water, and be unclean until evening. A clay vessel which the man with the discharge touches must be broken, and any wooden utensils must be rinsed in water. So look, have y'all ever like seen like in movies or whatever, they talk about this where, you know, they be like, no, I'm gonna get you your own cup. Like when somebody find out like that they eat groceries or whatever, and they're like, nah, you gonna get your own spoon and you gonna get your own cup and stuff like that. Like, I guess this is kind of like what that talks about too. It's like kind of like the same thing, you feel me? It's like it's unclean. It's a stop sign.
Oh.
So, I'm a little nervous. My driver ain't used to having a celebrity on the car. Isn't that right? But yeah, so I was reading the Bible in traffic, and this is Leviticus 14 and 15, and it talks about male body discharge. Well, see, so far from what I'm reading in Leviticus, I'm reading that it's a lot of rituals going on, and and it got some of it got to do with the Israelites, because the Israelites basically started agreeing with God, because he did lead them out of Egypt, but they started losing their faith. And so these, like in Leviticus, is him basically teaching, basically telling Moses how to build a temple, a tabernacle, for so they can worship and praise God, and for the Israelites too. You know, it sounds like from what I'm reading, the Israelites really agreed to stuff. Like they agreed to some stuff that they should have been keeping. Really, God held them to their word. So they was trying, they was doing their best. But yes, this is Leviticus 15, and it's even in the same chapter. Here's the one about female bodily discharges right here. When a woman, and this is Leviticus 15. This is an international Bible, okay? When a woman has a discharge and her discharge is blood from her body, she is to be in her menstruation 7 days, and anyone who touches her will be unclean until evening. Anything she lies on during her menstruation will be unclean, and anything she sits on will be unclean. Anyone who touches her bed must wash his clothes, bathe in water, and be unclean until evening. Anyone who touches any furniture she sit on must wash clothes, bathe in water, and be unclean until evening. If there is something on the bed or on the furniture, if a man actually goes to bed with her so that her menstrual impurity touches him, then he will be unclean 7 days, and any bed he lies on will be unclean. So you're not supposed to really be messing with females who is on their cycle. Like if they on their cycle, you like don't run no red lights. Really though. You know.
What I'm trying to tell you.
So what do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Like on Facebook, that's what it was saying.
Like what?
I'm gonna show you. It was like the I don't know, it was a post on about something, and somebody was like, you're not supposed to really be touching it. And it was in the Bible, and it read that's the exact same.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So all these Bibles are connected, man. Let me read these comments. Everybody been saying hello. What's going on? Marion, hello. I think that's Russian, but Roscoe, what's up? SN Salmon, what's up? Simone Wittes Sure. I apologize if I butchered your name, but that's a long last name. Wind is Schubauer. But hello, what's going on? I'm doing pretty good. It's a pretty day today. We out here. VM Johnson Barker, what's up? No, I'm not Muslim. I'm whatever God want me to be. Is what I am. Yeah. Good question though. But I was just reading it while I was reading this Bible while I was in traffic, and I just started reading over there, so I had to just kind of like, you know, like at least show y'all where I'm at with it. Whoa. Somebody that said my name. Who is this? Somebody that said my name. Apex Chris Hansen. What's up? Yeah. But yeah, I read. Call that number right there.
Look, I can't call it. Answer. It's important.
Can't answer that right now. I'm gonna have to answer it out like it on my live, because I'm not trying to be on my live for this long. Well, we about to drop them off. Alright, I'm back, y'all. Somebody was calling my phone. Y'all know, like, when somebody calls, I can't, like, everything goes mute. But yeah, I'm reading the International Bible, and I'm gonna start selling them. So y'all can read with me. Well, that's all for now, y'all. That's all for now. I wanted to read across that. I would have kept reading, but I had wanted to read across that and show y'all. You know, even you can be in traffic and you can read the Bible. Like, it's really that serious for me. You feel me? Like, plus, it took me a while to start my day today. I normally start my day by working out, reading the Bible, then doing my workouts, and then I take care of my business, and I start doing all of that, like, really right after that. So it's like I had a late start today with taking care of, with reading the Bible and doing my workouts. When I get back, I gotta do my workouts. But we have to take care of some stuff that was very important. Yeah, y'all can give us a minute though. We might not even have to get off.
You see that grill my daddy found threw away? Look, right there. Oh, somebody threw it away.
That thing looked turned upside down.
You got a camera on Lex? Who they have? My grandma. Yeah. I'm gonna get some clothes up.
Carter, got Carter in the back with me, y'all. Say hey, Carter.
Hey.
I ain't, like, listen, y'all. Listen. This Bible's gonna do one or two things. Okay? It's either gonna bring people closer to you, or it's gonna push people away from you. I can't really make this stuff up, you know, and I don't mind pushing people away. I don't mind pushing people away with the book, you know what I'm saying? And it's not me doing it to be mean or anything of that nature. It's just, this is my journey, and if I want to read this Bible and with a crowd behind me, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, because the real race is gaining spiritual ground. Like, that's the real thing. The real challenge is, how much spiritual ground can you gain in 65 years, or how close can you be with God? Can you get with God in about 65 to 70 years? That's the real thing. You're gonna find out in Genesis. But thank you. Let's put that. Ariana, thank you so much. Yes, Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves all of us. He loves all of us. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe, because listen, as you guys can see, I'm in traffic. I'm in traffic, and I got this Bible open. This is God allowing me. He's pushing, he's pulling and pushing, and you know, he's doing everything he can to bring me to him. And I'm walking right along with him. I'm walking right along with him. So I'm in traffic reading this book. And you're gonna do it. You are going to pick the Bible up, and you are going to start seeking truth, because everybody who's around you that you really truly love has lied to you. That's what's gonna really make you pick this book up. See, right now everybody ain't lied to you. So you think, you know what I'm saying? And even then, you know, you might be one of those people that's blessed to have people around you, you know what I'm saying, that got you, you know, in a good way, you know. And that shows too, like, be thankful for that. Like, be thankful. What's up? was my CJ Carl Johnson. But if you don't know who Carl Johnson is the guy off of San Andreas. So what's up, CJ? That's funny. If that's what you talk about, that's real funny. Like I'm CJ. After you done maxed him out on the muscles and all that, now he talk about God and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Success Zone says God is not real. God is imaginary. Cut it out. Cut it out. You see that? See, let me tell you something. In my world, I'd rather read this book and seek the truth here, because everybody around me has been lying to me. So tell me, what has God lied about? Tell me something that's not in this Bible that God put in this Bible that is not going on today. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be like rude, and I won't debate, and I'm not going to argue, you know, because it's my journey, and God has made his presence really known, you know what I'm saying, in my life. And it's the spirit, it's the energy, it's the spirit. It's to the point like people can literally premeditate bad stuff towards me, and God go ahead and get them for it. When people that done you wrong can't get to you no more, it's because you done got so close to God. You done start putting him forward. You done start putting him more into your vocabulary and more into your thoughts and stuff like that, to where all that, it's an energy, you know what I'm saying? And it's like an oral too. And if it comes out your pores and you emanate it, you know what I'm saying? You pushing that bad energy away from you, you know what I'm saying? Like, and them people, they can try their best, but the more they try, the harder God work on them. The harder God make it harder for them to get to you. So, on top of that, it's in the Bible that God hardened the Pharaoh's heart on purpose when he had the Israelites in captivity. He hardened their heart. He hardened the Egyptians, and he hardened the Pharaoh's heart, so he could exercise his power on them. So it wasn't no surprise to Moses and them that the Pharaoh was like being hard. Like, it wasn't no surprise that he would get harder. He would be more of a non-believer and all of that. And so I know, and I know this before I even start reading the Bible, I know that when somebody is that hard up against you, they fear something. It's something that they fear. And a lot of people will be hard on something because it's something that, like, it's a weakness that they're trying to cover up, you know? So that's why, like, y'all see in the movies where, like, the hardest people be the softest people. You know what I'm saying? Like, them hardcore criminals killed 10, 20 people or whatever the case is. All they needed was a hug. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all stuff like that. It's all to conceal something, to hide something. And you got to find out what that was, you feel me? Or what that is. Even then, your God is going to reveal to you what it is. That's why people be doing so much to you and stuff like that, because it's like they know that they had to make a move right then, because if not, God was going to reveal them to you a lot quicker, a lot faster. So they was delaying. People would rather reveal themselves to you now before God revealed themselves to you, reveal them to you. And to be honest with you, especially when you walking with God, he already done told you, as soon as you accept God into your life, he will tell you everything about everybody that you're dealing with. He is not gonna, he's gonna tell the truth. And you're gonna see it though. See, don't think that I'm talking about he's gonna be in your ear, he's gonna tell you this. He's gonna send somebody to reveal this to you. He's gonna send a messenger to you. You're gonna encounter someone along your journey. Y'all need to understand this. We're on a journey here. everything is evolving. You know what I'm saying? Like them protons and stuff. Like everything is just like this, because everybody got a journey going that way, this way, everywhere. Everybody's going in different directions. So you're out of all of that, out of all of this, because this is everybody's journeys. Out of all of this, you're gonna end up with somebody like this, and they're gonna be able to tell you stuff, peek around you, and tell you, and then they're gonna go. Or you guys might end up standing side by side, or one standing behind the other. You know what I'm saying? One standing behind the other. You can take it from me, guys. I mean, when I've never really had nobody come on my live and say Jesus is not real, God is imaginary. You know, I never really had anybody come on my live like that. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this too, to that statement, Jesus, all that, they've existed. You know what I'm saying? So imaginary, we don't even, it's so much to say to it. Like they already had their existence. You know what I'm saying? Especially Jesus, he's already been born and he's already passed away. He's already died. You know? So that's like saying your grandmother is imaginary 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years after, you know, after she died or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody coming into your life don't know if she exists, so they can just treat her like an imaginary friend and be like, yo, something wrong with you, and then have you evaluated. You feel me? So you can't say that Jesus is not real and God is imaginary. All this had to come to be. God put all of this stuff together. Jesus walked this earth, and he experienced it for himself. He experienced it for himself, and this place killed him. But he turned that into a win, and he sacrificed himself. See, y'all not understanding the realness of Jesus Christ. Y'all not understanding where his heart was. He loved people. He loved everybody. And they played him. He loved everybody. He was that one that anybody can go to. Hey, thanks for tuning in, like popping in my live real fast, whoever's watching, right? I'm really politicking on this comment. Success Zone says, he says, Jesus is not real, God is imaginary. Before you leave out, let me just say this to you. Let me say this to you. I'm gonna pin that. Before you leave out, let me just say that folks might as well say that their cousin didn't exist after they pass away. People pass away. They don't become imaginary. They don't become imagination. They don't become imaginary. You know what I'm saying? People, they live, they existed, and then they pass away. And Jesus was born, he lived, he existed, and he was murdered. And, you know, but again, to them, he was murdered. But to him, he sacrificed himself for us. And that's the most unselfish thing that you can do for people you don't even know. Is to love them and to care about them. So that's why I stand with that. I apologize. Excuse the noise, y'all, but I don't like, how should I say this? Like I really, it don't bother me. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. And, you know, you can come up here and say whatever you want to say. You can come on this live and type whatever you want to type. But all it's doing is showing the world who you are, and showing the world that you were possessed, and we can probably imagine what you're going through. We can probably we probably can like assume what type of lifestyle you living.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Carter, but I'm talking right now. Okay, can you just be quiet for just a little bit longer? All right, cool. So yeah, so freedom of speech is freedom of speech, and we can pretty much assume what type of lifestyle you live in, probably how you got it. You probably the type that'll step on people's heads or step on their necks just to get where you're going or whatever. Or you could be someone who just living without, God in your life, and it, it's fine. God is gonna do things. He's gonna put things and have things happen to you in your life to where He's gonna make you a believer, and I firmly believe that. So that's just how that goes.
Amy, what are you doing out there?
It's gonna take a little minute to come out.
Can you
I'm gonna come in here with some clothes, cause.
can you grab him right quick? I'm on my live and I'm still like doing my thing.
You hear me? You don't have to come inside. I'm gonna be washing clothes.
Amy.
No, I told you earlier.
Amy.
And another thing is that like people
I need you to come
people be
inside.
trying to
Okay.
like water me down. That's another reason why I just like I am the way I am. It's because people try to water me down too much, and people try to. All right, I'm back, y'all. My bad. But this is like people be trying to water me down, and people be trying to, like people be like, especially around here, people think they can talk to you any kind of way, and they don't respect what you. Even if you're trying to better yourself, they don't respect you trying to better yourself, and that's a sign. That's a tell sign. That's a flag. It's a sign of the devil. Okay, and that's what they do. Like that's why it's the people that if you're dealing with anybody who don't put effort towards you bettering yourself, and then they don't want to walk with you while you do it, they'd just rather sit from the sideline and continue to do their crap or whatever. Like get rid of them people because they bring you down, and they're gonna either bring you down financially, or they're gonna bring you down spiritually, or they're gonna bring you down emotionally, and that's what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So really, like I know just off of how somebody talk, like I know I can. They're exposed, basically. You know what I'm saying? They're exposed, and they don't be knowing it yet. They don't be knowing that they've been exposed. Once I encounter you, once me and you actually could reach out and touch each other and communicate with each other, you have been exposed. You know what I'm saying? And I know what you're about. Now, a lot of people be messing up, like be trying to mess up, be trying to attack good people reputation. You know what I'm saying? Because they couldn't get to that good person, so they try to go for their reputation. And that's how like a lot of that's how a lot of big people get caught up, like mayors and governors and people like vice presidents or presidents of companies. That's how they get caught up on picture, like with pictures or video of them doing something, because they give in, and then the people who can't really get to them try to attack their reputation with something really really old, and then the people who will believe the attack or who is entertained by the attack would agree with the attacker to motivate the attacker to attack more. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is out here. That's why I'm placing myself in a position to where, though that type of stuff is further from me, it's the furthest from me. Is the furthest from me. So the Jesus is not real. So the Jesus is not real. God is an imaginary thing. Stuff like that doesn't bother me because God told me that that will happen. People are going to be like that. For someone to come on your live and say that, it disturbed them that much. And again, I told you guys the Bible's either going to push people away or bring people closer. And it shows right there. Somebody's having a bad day and just want to mess up somebody else's day with a comment, you know. But yes, I was reading this. I was reading the book, and I wanted to go live. I didn't really get a chance to go live yesterday, you guys, because I have my oldest kids now, like, and we are going to church, and I'm updating them on. I'm updating them as a father should, you know what I'm saying? Because mind you, these are my children. They're my children, and I don't want nobody else's programming in them. I don't want nobody who I deem unworthy of it. I don't want it's they're unclean. And yes, y'all, my children are unclean. If you know what that means, they are unclean, and they have to be, as you call it in here. Let me say it right. They have to be cleansed. They're unclean. They have to be purified. And so they're so unclean that they don't realize that they're unclean. And as the father, you know, and as a man of God, I'm supposed to relay that to them, and I'm supposed to show them and reveal it to them, like pull the wool from over their eyes, however you want to call it. I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to, like, and then I'm supposed, and if I know how to reveal, then I should know how to purify or clean too. So, you know, God has all this stuff happening for a reason, and you know, God has His eyes on the children too. You know what I'm saying? So, we're blessed enough for Him to choose me. That's how worthy we are. So I have to clean them. They have to be clean. They have to be purified. And so we are going to church. We are, thanks for popping in. We are going to church. I'm catching them up on what's been going on, and I'm educating them too. And so they're unclean to the point where the uncleanness will kind of make them rebellious to it or whatever the case is. But I let them know, you know what I'm saying, like boundaries. And see, when you got all these people in your kid's life or whatever the case is, everybody trying to raise them and all that type of stuff, then their like priorities to people become like neutral. Like everything you say is neutralized, like to where I'm their father, and what I say seems to not stick because the wicked has made them so unclean that everything wicked will stick, because to them it makes sense, because they haven't been talking to them about this. They haven't been around this. They haven't been going to church. They don't know that I'm their father and that I'm trying to save them. They're so unclean to it that they don't consider this valuable.